Hey, welcome to the Create a Life That Is Beautiful podcast. I'm your host, Leticia Ringe, and this is the space to be for high vibe people looking to create a beautiful life and business. Let's do this. Welcome back to the podcast, my beautiful friends. I am Leticia Ringe, your host, and it's a pleasure to be here with you all. How are you all doing? As I record this episode today, I wanted to start with just a personal check-in and update before we go into the topic of today. And I wanted to share with you all that recently I've been feeling really creatively inspired. And it might be because I'm in that crossover from my inner spring to my inner summer, but I think it has more to do with the revealing to all of the people in my life, including all of you, about this big transition I've been navigating in my life in terms of my relationship. So for those of you who haven't listened to the episode I shared a couple back, I have recently completed my 10-year relationship with my partner. And that has been a really difficult transition to navigate, and I will definitely continue, I am sure, to cycle through all the different stages of grief as I navigate that. However, the actual act of sharing the news has really felt like I've had a weight being lifted. And even though I still feel like I'm in almost a waiting phase in my life and in my business, I have started to feel the momentum. I've started to feel the inspiration coming through, the uptick. And I even over the weekend made the decision to sign up for a yoga teacher training, which if you've been listening to me through all of the years, you know that I have wanted to do a yoga teacher training for many years. I first decided that I would do one in 2015 because yoga has been a really big part of my life for most of my life and religiously for the past 10 years. And I love the practice. I am a yoga baby. My mum actually started doing yoga so that she could fall pregnant with me. And so it was just always written in the stars that I would love yoga, and I absolutely do. And now I am training to become a teacher, although I don't intend on teaching in yoga studios and that sort of thing, but I would like to share with you all some of the practices that I know can really support us in both life and business. So you'll have that to look forward to once I complete my yoga teacher training. And the reason that I'm super excited about this is because I know that working on a physical level is going to be really helpful to help me continue to move through this transition that I'm in right now. When you feel like your energy is a bit stuck or stagnant, or you're having trouble letting go, movement is so incredibly helpful. So I'm super excited, of course, for the spiritual component of yoga, and I'm also really excited for the physical component of yoga and really having this container to hold me in this practice over the next 4.5 months. So I wanted to just share that with you all and let you know that this is something exciting that's coming up. I'll be excited to share with you all the journey as I go through that. And I also just wanted to let you all know about this beautiful uptick in my energy that I felt. And I wanted to thank you all for the love and support and all of the messages that I've received from so many of you, whether that has been an actual message that you've sent or whether it's been you simply sending some beautiful, loving energy my way. I can really feel it all, and I'm so appreciative. And if anyone else is going through a major life transition now, which I know so many of you are, don't forget the physical body and how you can support yourself through that physical lens. Also, the connection between the physical body and creativity is so linked. So it's really helpful to work on these different levels. All right, now let's talk about today's topic on the podcast. So the topic for today is all about the masculine and feminine energetics of business and how working with both energies will really allow you and support you to thrive in business and in life. And the reason for this is because we all need both masculine and feminine energy to create anything and everything. When we talk about the creative process, so bringing an idea into the physical reality, and when we talk about the manifestation process, setting an intention and then bringing that into the physical reality, we are talking about the same thing. And in both of these processes, what a person is moving through and what the universe is moving through is masculine and feminine energy. So it is the same for business. Everything that we're doing in our business is an act of creativity, is an act of manifestation. And my friends, this is the same with your entire life. Every single aspect of your life you are creating and manifesting, whether you're being intentional about it or not. And so when we talk about intentional business, when we talk about how to create the results that we actually want in our business, when we talk about how to position ourselves to have six-figure success in terms of the abundance that comes through our business, when we talk about creating new clients in our business, when we talk about experiencing more ease and flow and freedom and spaciousness in our business, when we talk about experiencing more confidence in our business, we are talking about both the masculine and feminine energetics of business. We need to understand both, and you need to understand both so that you can show up in the most effective way as the leader of your business. So this is why I like to boil it all down into two words: strategy and alignment. Strategy represents all of the masculine energetics of business, and alignment represents all of the feminine energetics of business. Now, both of these different energies actually embody so much more than simply strategy and alignment. But I wanted to simplify the two concepts into two core components that will help you to really understand the structure of each energy. Because the way that masculine and feminine energy work is very different. They are polarities. However, they work together to create anything and something. So it's the yin and the yang, right? They are independent energies that operate very differently and are duality and polarity, and yet coming together, they create this connection, this interdependent energy, which means that one cannot exist without the other. So they're actually both supporting each other, even though they operate completely independently. So when we don't nurture, respect, honor, and utilize one of these energies, the other energy is actually impacted. So we really have to get good at taking a dual approach to the way we approach our business building journey. You want to make sure that you are focused on the feminine energetics of business just as much as you're focused on the masculine energetics of business. And you want to be focusing on each of these energies in a really healthy way, not in the way that we have been conditioned to work with these energies, which usually leads to an excess in one energy and a lack in the other energy. But to have a thriving, abundant, and balanced business is all about working with both energies. Now, when I use the term balance, remember that I am not speaking about the result of being in balance. I am talking about using balance as the guide to give you what you need next in your business, as well as your life. So I actually tried to convey this concept in a reel recently on Instagram. You can go and follow me at Leticia Ringe if you're not already. And in this reel, you'll see me at the beginning where I have my hands in prayer position and I am standing still. And I have my feet both flat on the ground. I'm straight up. Everything's very still and perfect. This is what we think balance looks like. This is what we think the result is that we're trying to get to in terms of working with both our masculine and feminine energy. But what it actually looks like and should look like is movement. There should be a pulling in, a pulling out, a moving to the left, a moving to the right. There should be movement that makes it look more fluid, like you're in a dance.
we are always dancing with both energies. And as you kind of lean over and you notice yourself having that excess in one, that is your sign to come back to your center. And then as you pass through center, it's very likely you're going to lean to the other way a little bit. And as you notice that lean, you want to come back. So we're always dancing with both energies, and you falling out of balance is going to be what helps you to come back through your center and therefore finding a sense of balance in your life. So I always love to defend words when I hear people saying they don't like a particular word, etc., because it's never about the actual word. It's more about like the concept and how we've damaged the concept through the rules we put around it. And I really feel this is the case when we talk about masculine and feminine energy as well. Yes, we do want a balance of the two, but you cannot expect yourself to ever achieve a perfect idea of balance. And you definitely won't get it through being stagnant and standing still and trying to just cultivate like the same energy in the same way every single day. You will have to keep receiving feedback from your life and from your body and from your business in order to know what is needed next. So today I wanted to give you more information about what masculine and feminine energetics look like in your business. I also wanted to share some of the ways it shows up in excess on either side in your business. And I also want to give you 3 really important questions to ask yourself so that you can respect both energies and, importantly, heal whichever energy is currently lacking for your business, because there's a reason why you're probably scared to step into that energy. So first things first, when we talk about masculine energy in business, what we're talking about here is the strategy, the processes, the systems, the focus, the data. It's all of these more logical aspects of your business. And when we talk about the feminine aspects of your business, we are talking about things like spaciousness, freedom, softness, intuition, flow, alignment, community. It's all of the things that are harder to define, but are definitely things that you experience and feel through your body and your emotions. So many of you have experienced corporate / patriarchal burnout and hard work culture. And so for a lot of us, when you start your business, you go into business because you want all of these feminine energetic pieces. You want more space, you want more freedom, you want a softness to your life. You want to live life in an intuitive way. You want to be able to be in flow. You want alignment, and you want that community and connection. These are definitely very feminine energy desires. Now, because of this strong desire, because you've come out of a polarity that is an extreme on the other side, which is the masculine energy, this can lead you to rejecting the masculine aspects of business. I see this all the time with my clients, and I too experience this same story. And in some ways, it's kind of normal, because when you swing to the extreme on one side, the pendulum swings back to the extreme of the other. But you'll soon find that being in the other extreme doesn't get you what you want, because the secret to creating anything in the universe is about working with both energies. So although you can swing from one side to the other, you'll probably find more peace and harmony and better results in your business through having that swing be not so severe. So again, the idea isn't to be in the perfect center. The idea is to still swing. It's just that that swing becomes less and less severe, which allows for a much more sustainable model when it comes to your business and also creativity. Because the impact of either extreme is going to be something that you notice, and trying to get yourself back into the complete opposite energy can have there's like a transition period, right? Where you're moving from one super extreme to the other. So it's not necessarily the most easeful way of going about the transition that you'll always be moving through when it comes to masculine and feminine energy. So What I see in the women that I serve is commonly a rejection of the masculine energy in response to these past experiences. Or I see an overemphasis on the masculine aspects of business without regard for the feminine. And this can be because the person is still very much within that corporate masculine model, aka just living in our society. And so they've been so programmed and conditioned that the answer is in the strategy. The answer is in just doing more. You just need to hustle more. And so they can feel that it's not safe to really embody these feminine concepts. So regardless of where you land right now, knowing that you can be in either extreme at various times in your life and your business journey, and you will always be in excess of one energy over the other at any point in time. Most women that I work with desire, regardless of what extreme they find themselves in, to have more space, abundance, freedom, alignment, and flow. And as we can see, these are all the feminine aspects of creative energy that we're craving. Here's the secret. The way to get there requires both the masculine and feminine. And depending on where you are right now in terms of the excess energy you have is going to tell us about which one you need more. So if you find yourself in the first example that I mentioned where you are rejecting the masculine aspects of business, maybe you find yourself saying, I don't need a strategy, I don't need systems and processes for my business, I do not need to focus, I just want to be completely free-flowing, and every day you wake up and you're like, hey, I have no idea what I'm going to do today, and then you find yourself just sort of going about your life and you're moving around in the great abyss of life. And then over time, you find yourself not actually ever creating anything. Who's been there before? I definitely have. So if this is you, then what you really need right now is the masculine aspects of business. So that looks like systems, strategy, focus, systems, again, processes, data, analyses. This is really important for you so that you can have the feminine creative energy that you're craving in your life. The more flow, the more alignment, the more abundance. And this can be shocking when you discover this because you really believe that if you just gave yourself all of these feminine things right now, then this is exactly what you'd create in your business and in the results that you're creating. But remember, all creation requires both the masculine and the feminine. So the more systems you have, and it doesn't mean just putting in a million systems, when you're intentional and you focus on your priorities, when you put in specific strategies, when you have systems that allow you to get more of what you want in your business, guess what that opens up for you? More time, more space, and therefore more freedom. Because you have the pieces in your business that are working for you. They provide that structure that allow you to then drop in and let go of all of the other mental to-do lists that you have, which you might actually be telling yourself are just possibilities. So you want to have more space, and the way to get there is actually through the masculine. Now, if you're on the other extreme where there is an overemphasis on this masculine energy without regard for the feminine, then the work that you're likely needing to do right now is to heal your relationship with the feminine energy and focus your attention on implementing practices that will help you to strengthen your feminine energy. For example, your ability to trust your intuition in your business, your ability to flow, backing what you're doing in your business with that energetic alignment. You want to be focused on trusting yourself and feeling and embodying the energy of trust. All of this is the feminine energetics of business. So I know that this is quite horrifying when you find yourself in the extreme of one over the other. I know because, as I mentioned before, this is exactly my story too. For those of you who have been following me for a while, you already know my story, but I'll repeat it for anyone who isn't aware. Before I started my business back in 2017, I worked in the legal industry for 10 years. I was actually a lawyer, a practicing lawyer, a qualified lawyer, and I'd spent 10 years in the legal industry. By that stage, I was burned out. In fact, the burnout began about 2 years before I actually left. Because of that burnout, I found myself moving overseas to London, where I continued to work in the legal industry, however, not as a lawyer. And this became my transition period into starting my own business. Now, as I went through that transition period and experienced the burnout, and I had some issues with my body, this was when I started to be connected to my feminine energy again, because by that stage I was just taking a lot of action without much intention behind it, and I was just so incredibly burned out. I wasn't getting what I wanted from my life. So the burnout allowed me to stop and rest and need to heal, which is what the universe will send you when you're in an extreme of masculine energy. This space that was given to me through the need to look after my body connected me to my intuition, to my emotions, and to my feminine energy. This allowed me to connect with my inner voice and start to hear from it, start to reconnect with my creativity, receive guidance. And this was what led me to starting my own business and to finding my purpose and to finding myself in personal development and then life coaching. And it was absolutely life changing. So when I started my business, I really rejected a lot of the masculine aspects of business. I just wanted to flow. And to be honest, I had a lot of amazing experiences, but there was something really, really annoying. I just couldn't seem to reach and serve the people that I wanted to serve, and I could not make the money to sustain myself to continue showing up and doing what I was doing. Thankfully, I'm not willing to work for very little in terms of money, so this propelled me back into balance. Okay, which is what we're always receiving lessons about to help us come back into a sense of balance. So I went out and I got a coach who showed me that she knew about the masculine aspects of business while still respecting the feminine. Now, again, to be honest, at first, the coach's approach felt way too masculine for me. And so I simply tuned into what felt right for me and brought my own sense of balance to the work that we did. And this is exactly what I continue to do. Most of the coaches that I've worked with feel way too masculine in their approach to business for me. So I always am still learning from these people and then taking what resonates with me and then bringing it back into my sense of balance. And I recommend you do that. You all do that for yourself too. And so this led me to reprioritizing both energies in my business. I implemented systems, processes, I picked specific strategies, I implemented that focus, which is entrepreneurial maturity. I started doing data analysis, like all of the things that I had avoided. And this then opened me up to enjoy more freedom in my business, more flow, more wealth, more abundance, and more impact than ever before, because I actually had clients to serve at a deeper level. I went from 25K to 6 figures in my business, and then I've gone on to create multiple 6 figures in my business. Now, when I'm talking about these numbers, I'm talking about per year, right? And this is a very similar trajectory to many of the clients that I work with as well. I'm going to give you a couple of examples. So one of my clients, she worked in the hospital industry, and when we started working together, she was still recovering from an almost burnout through that career. At that stage, she didn't have any other job, so she had lots of space in her business, and she wanted to move forward on her coaching business. She wanted to show up and do the work, but she just couldn't do it. She kept finding herself stuck in inaction rather than in action. Now, I know so many of you have also or currently are experiencing this, and it's a really frustrating space to be in. You want to move forward, but you just can't seem to find yourself doing the things that you know you need to do. So when we started working together, I knew straight away that we needed to help her build a routine for her business, and we needed to help her implement systems for her business. So my work with her was really helping her to respect and heal her relationship with the masculine energy and implement this masculine energetic into her business. Now, because she has done the work to do this, she is on fire in her business and has completely booked out her entire one-to-one coaching practice. Now, another client of mine came to me with a different combination of these energies. She had just left a really, really busy corporate marketing job. She was in the first year of her business and she really wanted to position herself for 6 figures because she was used to this kind of income in her life. She had a mortgage to pay. She had different expenses that she needed to pay through her income in her business. So she was really, really stressed about making 6 figures in her business. When we started working together, she came to me because I am a teacher of feminine energy. But actually, while a big part of our work did become healing her relationship with feminine energy so that she could open up and trust her intuition and actually open her energy and align her energy to back the actions she was taking in her business. And we also worked on re-establishing her relationship with her masculine energy so that she could have a healthier relationship with that energy. So we implemented systems and processes for her business that allowed her even more space to be in the feminine aspects of her business. And she went on to hit 6 figures in her business as a result of all of this rebalancing work that she did. Another client of mine had a really, really busy corporate job that she was juggling with her business, and she was taking a ton of action in her business. So she had her masculine energy down pat, but again, she wasn't creating the results that she wanted. When we started working together, it was really obvious to me that the work that we needed to do was around her energy alignment. In fact, a lot of the work we have done together has been focused on resting and relaxation. How can she allow herself to have more of these things and to feel safe being in this energy so that she can experience the results that she wants through the action that she's taking in her business? And as a result of this work that she's done, she has gone on to fully book out her coaching business, and her results just keep getting better and better and better the more she allows herself to rest. Another one of my clients who came from a similar background in terms of being in the legal industry started her business to have more freedom and spaciousness and creative control and all of the amazing things that most of us want as business owners. However, she found herself stuck in that same hustle culture that she couldn't seem to get herself out of, that she had brought with her from her job, which so many of us do, whether we're aware of it or not. And so our work in helping her to create better results for her business was to help her also feel safe, to relax and create space and not fill up her time so that she could then go on to experience the full life, the beautiful life that she really craved. Another one of my clients, our work together has been on trusting herself more in her business so that she can have the team around her to support her as she scales her business to multiple 6 figures. In her case, she's definitely got all of the actions and masculine energy down pat, but what we've had to work on is re-establishing her relationship with that feminine aspect of her business. Now, these client stories just show you how the different energies can be showing up for you right now in your business and also standing in the way of what you actually want when it comes to the results that you want in your business. So when I start seeing a client, I'm always looking at where is there an excess and where is there a lack and what is needed in order to bring that client back into balance in her business, and to also heal and create a healthier relationship with each of these energies. So whenever you notice yourself throwing one out and favoring the other, that is a really good sign that you have just identified where the lack is and where the excess is, and that there is some work needed to bring these back into balance. Now, regardless of who you are, we're usually dancing between both of these, as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode. All this is going to show you is what the focus is next for your business. What do I need to work on? Do I need to work on having a better relationship with my feminine energy, or do I need to work on having a better relationship with my masculine energy in order to come into balance and get what I want through my business? So there are two pieces that I'm looking at. What do we need to heal, and what do we need to redefine in order to get more of what we want? So I have 3 questions to get you started on this personal inquiry with yourself. The first question is, which energy do I find myself gravitating more towards, and which energy do I find myself rejecting? And the third question is, what would it look like to respect both of these energies? Your answers to these questions are going to give you your starting points. And if you want to go deeper into either your masculine or feminine energy, so implementing great strategies for your business or deepening into alignment in your business, know that I can help you there with both of these. The best place to work with me in terms of this inquiry is in my Holistic Business Mistress Mind, which is my high-level business mastermind for coaches, space holders, and business leaders who are ready to create a 6-figure business, who are ready to position themselves as authorities and leaders within their niche, who are ready to rock that CEO role in their business, and who are also ready to embody alignment across their business and their life to create more of what they want. In the Mistress Mind, we get to work together in the closest, most intimate way that I offer. And so this allows me to get a really good gauge of where you're at and how I can support you. And then our work together will really be based on what is showing up for you right now and how can we bring you back into balance so that you can create all of what you want in your business. Now, places in the Mistress Mind are limited. Doors are not currently open, but they will be opening up very soon. So if you're not yet on the wait list for the Holistic Business Mistress Mind, you want to go put your name on the wait list right now as you're listening to this episode, so that as soon as places open, if there are places open for you, depending on when you're listening to the episode, we can get in touch and let you know about the next enrollment date so that you can get the support that you need. So my friends, all you need to do is head to leticiaringe.com/Mistress Mind, and then keep your eyes peeled on your email. Make sure you check your spam and junk folder as well in case it ends up there. And then as soon as we have places open, we will get in touch and let you know about that. So feminine and masculine aspects of business are so important. Both of them are necessary. Both of them are beautiful, and working together is going to give you more sustainability. It's also going to allow you to get everything that you need as the human behind your business, remembering that you are the biggest asset for your business. So we want to treat you with care, and that requires you really developing both energies and allowing yourself to be supported with the dance of both of these beautiful energies in your life and in your business. All right, my beautiful friends, I'm going to leave this here. I would love to continue the conversation over on Instagram. So take a screenshot of you listening to this episode right now, tag me at Leticia Ringe, and then share a story and let me know what you resonated with most. And if you've got any questions, feel free to send me a message and we can continue the conversation there. Alrighty, I'll see you in the next episode.
Hey, if you're ready to create your very own purpose-driven business too, I invite you to check out my online program, Create Your Beautiful Biz. You'll learn how to create a business that allows you to make your difference and thrive. Just head over to www.leticiaringe.com/CYBB. Let's make creating a business beautiful. I'll see you there.